the varsity game of tonight's ESD basketball doubleheader, where we have the visiting team area of the Titans. Bobcats. Administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your teams in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. So please enjoy this game and support these student athletes while honoring good sportsmanship. Meet the lineup for tonight's boys game. First, for the Titans. Sophomore, And now, before we meet the Bobcats starters, the generous organization and sponsorship of the Brookings Basketball Association, here are tonight's future Bobcats. First up, we have Carter Olsen, a first grader from the Brookings area, who plays guard. Carter's favorite team is the Bobcats. His favorite food is spaghetti, and everybody better get his autograph now because when he grows up, Carter plans on being in the league. And next up, let's meet Beckett Overby. He's the secondary and who's powerhouse up north, Brookings Elementary. Beckett loves the jab down the keyboard. His favorite food is tacos, which makes him game well because both are incredibly spicy. And now here's the starting lineup for the Bobcats. And our number 2 and 6'2" junior, Joe Carter. And our number 2 and 6'2" junior, Robbie. And our number 4 and 5'2" senior, Taylor. And our number 5 and 6'2" junior, Chase Bauer. And number 4 6'5" and a junior, Elizabeth Hickshaw. Bobcats are coached by Michael Carter, assisted by Joe Carter. Joe Patterson and Carter.
Numbers 11 is red and gray trim. Titans on their way. Dark blue unis with white letters and numbers and gray trim. And the opening tip won by the Titans. Starting things off is going to be Marshall Smythe. Man-to-man defense for Brookings. Pass to the left wing for Wiebingo. Wiebingo picks it up the free throw line. Pass left wing for Shaw. Shaw dribbles down into the post, loses the ball off his foot, out of bounds, and a turnover on the first possession for T. Is it contagious?
I thought we got rid of those.
McCarty will get it in to Kaler. Now he gives for Tetzloff. Tetzloff picks it up. Back to Kaler. To Bauer. Bauer across the timeline for Tetzloff. Tetzloff picks it up and hands off for Kaler to start the offense. Bobcats get it up the court methodically to start things off here. Kaler picks it up and leaves now for McCarty. McCarty dribbles on the right side of the lane. They may have gotten away with a travel. Pass top to Key Bauer. Left wing three-pointer for Kaler is good. The Bobcats get a good start here. 3-0 they lead. Dribbling Marshall Smythe picks it up. Passes across the timeline to Merrigan. Down in the corner, a three for Shaw. No good, strong. Rebound tapped out. And grabbed now by Smythe. Is going to put it up from 15. Left and short. May have gotten it blocked or bothered by Hunnemer. And bringing it up is McCarty. McCarty. Hesitation dribble. On the right side of the lane. Kicks it out left wing. Hunnemer lobs it for Tetzloff, who's double teamed. Goes in the corner for McCarty. Three, no good. Weak side board. Grabbed by Merrigan. Gives it out to Smythe. Up ahead now he goes for Wiebinga. Lobs it in the post for Williamson. Takes it up, strong move, and back down McCarty. Misses it short on the rebound. We'll get a foul against T, and it's going to go against Caden Williamson. First foul of the ball game. Kaler gets it to Tetzloff. Back to Kaler. Right side to Bauer. Bauer dribbles, goes back to Kaler. Kaler gets it across the timeline. Going to be triple team. Passes over it to Bauer. Down in the corner, McCarty. McCarty dribbles onto the wing to the right elbow, picks it up as he went into traffic, almost got it taken away. Passes left side of the backcourt for Hunnemer. Hunnemer holds, lobs it in for Tetzloff. The front court, top of the key for Bauer, who dribbles. Right elbow, turnaround jumper from 14, goes for Bauer. And it is 5-0. Bauer had 9 at Yankton Friday night in a loss. So had good minutes and played well, especially in the second half. Right elbow, Smythe went back door, had a man, Merrigan, who can't handle it, saves it in, and he gets it to, that was Williamson who saved it to Merrigan, who's fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. It's going to go on Hunnemer. First foul of the game for the Bobcats. That one on the shot, though, so Merrigan will step to the free throw stripe. Merrigan, just a 57% free throw shooter, but he hits the first one. Averages 8.5 points per game as well. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction, sponsor of high school sports here. Miss on the free throw, on the rebound, and nice hustle by Bauer. It looked like Wiebinga was going to come up with it. Bauer got a hand on it, knocked it off his foot out of bounds. Bobcats regain possession. Kaler to Tetzloff, to the free throw line, and McCarty passes tip. Now stolen by Smythe. Up ahead for Merrigan, who puts it up and in. That is Shaw who put it up and in over the outstretched arm of Tetzloff. Now pass up ahead from Kaler is tipped out of bounds by Smythe, intended for Bauer. T gonna pressure, it looks like most of the game here. He's doing it early. He'll keep it up as long as it takes. Kaler picks up the dribble, goes across the timeline for Bauer. Bauer goes back to Kaler, he'll start the offense. Passes right hash for Hunnemer. Down in the corner for Bauer, it's tipped out of bounds. And getting a hand out at that time was Griffin and Wiebinga. T doing a good job of disrupting the offense of Brookings. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall, sponsor here. McCarty gets it in the corner for Kaler, who gets it to Tetzloff, who goes backdoor for Bauer, who goes strong off of the board. He had a good look, but catching up on defense was Merrigan to bother the shot. On the other end, it's Shaw to Merrigan. Merrigan dribbles, picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Wiebinga on the wing. Wiebinga guarded by Tetzloff, left wing pass, Williamson. He leaves for Merrigan. Merrigan dribbles through the lane, gets it tipped away, pinballs out of bounds, last off of the shin of Hunnemer, and it will stay with the Titans. 16 on the shot clock for T. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. 5-3, that is Brookings. Into Smythe. Smythe lobs it in for Williamson. Goes cross court. Shaw gonna hoist a three. Yes! 6-5 T. As he hit it over Kaler. Up ahead to Bauer. Back to Kaler. Across the timeline to Tetzloff. Hear the T crowd getting into it. Tetzloff double team, goes cross court right side. McCarty, who dribbles in. Runner with the right hand, no good. Rebound is fought for in the lane and grabbed by Wiebinga. Out ahead to Smythe. Smythe on the right wing, hesitation dribble, takes Bauer all the way to the hoop, and he's got an easy bucket. Nice Hezzy dribble out top, and it's 8-5 T. Tetzloff pass to Taylor. Taylor crosses the center court stripe, all the way to the right elbow, passes in the corner. Hunnemer for three. Yes, he rattles one in. We're knotted up at 8. Smythe goes over the timeline for Shaw. Shaw goes in the lane. He finds Merrigan, who has a reverse layup as he got behind Hunnemer. 10-8 T. All of a sudden, the scoring coming fast and furious.
Brookings done a good job of breaking the press. If they can continue to do that and keep getting open looks. It's just when they bring that double team here, that's where you got to keep your head up and try to roll. Nice job by Taylor, though, who's going to go all the way in.
Taylor beat a double team out top, confidently dribbling past it. He takes it in the lane, gets it tied up, though. Possession arrow in favor of Brookings. It stays on this end. Cole McKinney checking in for T. Sitting down is Caden Williamson. Taylor sits down for Brookings, and Drew Johnson in for the Bobcats. McCarty taking it out of bounds underneath right side, gets it to Bauer, right corner. Bauer picks up the dribble, bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff fakes the pass, dribbles, bounces it back door for Johnson, takes it up, got it blocked by Wiebinga, and coming up with it is Shaw. He'll dribble it up. Shaw, hesitation dribble, right wing, takes it against Tetzloff. We're going to get a bump foul call against Tetzloff. He just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, I didn't foul him. Didn't look like much. Hopefully they don't call it that tight all game. We'll be here until after midnight. Cole McKinney to take it out underneath, right side. And he looks to get it in bounds. He gets it to Smythe, back door, takes it up and gets it to go as he beat Bauer. Bauer's going to get tagged with a foul as well, and a three-point play could be finished off from the free throw stripe by Marshall Smythe. Smythe, the second leading scorer for the team, 16 a game. Wiebinga averages over 21. Free throw is good for Smythe. He's got 5. He's a 92% free throw shooter, so you don't want to put him at the line. Hunnemer's pass is tipped away and stolen by Shaw. Shaw pulls up from 3 on the right wing, no good. Bauer grabs the miss. He'll bring it up, and we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. Coach McCarty wants to talk some things over with the Bobcats as they fall down by 5 here in the first quarter. 3:04 to go. 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. Bobcats trail by 5. It'll be their ball out of the timeout. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction for being a fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. The tension amped up early in this one, Alec.
Yeah, it has. And again, it helps when you got a good crowd. We saw a great crowd for the girls' game. Big crowd for the boys' game. Both sides, and you've got that momentum kind of on your side, like we've seen, from the T side, the pressure.
Bobcats get it across the timeline. Drew Johnson's pass in the backcourt, tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Rylan Norris for T into the game. 44-yard touchdown run by Tommy Malott for the Montana State Bobcats. Is going to cut it to 3 if they kick the extra point here. With just over 11 minutes to go in the national championship game for FCS in Frisco, Texas. By the way, keeping an eye on that. Left corner Johnson lobs it in for Tetzloff. He's double teamed and he bounces it to Bauer. Bauer goes reverse layup, left it short in traffic. Rebound grabbed by Merrigan. Now Smythe goes all the way up and gets his teammate Norris, who takes it up. He's going to be fouled hard underneath the basket and fall down out of bounds. We're going to get the foul call against Tetzloff. That'll be 2. They're taking it at him pretty hard here early. That's the game plan by T, is to try to get Tetzloff into foul trouble, I'm sure. As you heard Coach Drew Weber talking in the pregame interview, that they haven't played a post player of his ilk yet this season. First free throw is good for, that's Rylan Norris, his first point of the game. Tetzloff sits down, and back in Kaler for Brookings. So the Bobcats now a smaller unit on the floor. Sitting down is Jackson Merrigan for T. Second free throw is good for Norris. And back into the game is Jackson Merrigan. for T. Kaler goes to Hunnemer, across the timeline to Bauer, double team, pass is tipped, now stolen by Smythe. He goes out ahead to Norris, or whether that's McKinney, who has an easy layup on the other end. And all of a sudden, it's a 9-point game. The Bobcats starting to struggle with that pressure. Cross-court pass across the timeline to Johnson. Johnson goes to the backcourt. His pass is tipped away by Smythe. Another steal. He takes it up to the other end and lays it in. That'll be 7 for Smythe. And it's an 11-point game as the Bobcats starting to turn the ball over fast and furious. And we've got a timeout on the floor as the Bobcats want to talk some things over. We'll take the timeout with them, 30 of it anyway. 19-8, T all of a sudden stretches the lead out to 11 with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. And we've got a score of 19-8, 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Bobcats trail. It's their ball out of the timeout. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Starting to struggle with that pressure. The Teen Titans pressure starting to get to them. It seems like Marshall Smythe is usually the one who's getting a hand on a ball in the backcourt. Taylor passes to Bauer. Bauer goes all the way across court left side for Hunnemer. Hunnemer double teamed out near the hash. Gonna dribble, and now he falls out of bounds. He throws it off of the leg of Rylan Norris. Heads up play by Hunnemer. Bobcats keep it.
And that's where, too, again, they want Brookings to get it kind of almost corner-like, because we've seen Brookings gets it across half court a lot over by that right hash, and that's where they bring that double team super quick. That's where Brookings has to get rid of it quickly before they turn it over.
McCarty in the lane, gonna put it up, and he's gonna get the foul call. He'll have 2 free throws coming up. It's gonna be a blocking foul against Rylan Norris. That'll be his first. Second of the quarter for T, with 1:44 to go. I want to say thanks to Kubota, Farmers Implement. Brody McCarty, the leading scorer for the Bobcats on the season, averages 16 points per game. First free throw is no good. McCarty yet to score here. He's had a couple of runners in the lane, and if this is your first game you're watching him play, you might be thinking, oh, he's forcing these off-balance shots in the lane. He does that regularly, and he gets them to fall.
Kind of shots, yep.
Yeah, he can make them he's from all angles. He's just kind of a natural scorer. Second free throw for McCarty is no good. He misses them both. He hadn't missed a free throw coming in. Right wing crossover. Smythe going to pull up from 3. Almost banked it in. No good. Rebounded by Bauer. Bauer will let it clear now and give to Taylor. Taylor crosses at center court. Crossover. Spins. Dribbles. Goes in the corner for McCarty. He's going to hoist a 3. No good. Backside rebound. Tap back. No good for Hunnemer, but he's going to be fouled. Nice job tracking the ball by Jones Hunnemer. He'll have a couple free throws to show for it. He hit a 3 earlier. He has a chance to cut into this 11-point lead now, does Jones Hunnemer, as he steps to the stripe, rather. He hasn't made a free throw yet on the season. He's only shot a couple. And the first one is good for Jones. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets, fine sponsor of high school sports here. And Rylan Norris sitting down. Back in is going to be number 20, Jackson Merrigan, the 6'3 senior for T. Second free throw for Jones. Makes it a single-digit game, 19-10, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Smythe will bring it up. He's left open. He's going to step into a 3. No good. And the rebound tracked down and going to be taken away by Merrigan from Hunnemer. And he'll put it up and in off the board with the left hand. Hunnemer just couldn't hold him off. Back to an 11-point game. We've got a whistle. Shot clock hadn't started. Still at 35. That's probably incorrect. As they had inbounded it and dribbled a little bit. That takes more than a second. Takes more than no seconds for sure. We get it into Kaler. Now we've got the clock started. About a 20-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And a pass from Huntemer across court. Way too tall for everyone. Bauer didn't even try at it. It was about 20 feet in the air.
Sam Darnold PTSD from last night.
Oh, yikes. Vikings fan talking there.
Oh, man, just a bit too high.
Huntemer sitting down into the game for the first time is Gavin Smith. About a 14-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Top of the key, going back door and finding 23 Shawd was the pass from Wiebinga. Now he misses the shot. Rebound tapped around the lane. Finally grabbed by Grant, who gets it out to Wiebinga, dribbles into the lane. Little 10-foot floater, no good. Another offensive board, this one by Smythe. He dribbles into the corner, now goes baseline. Passes it out left wing. Shawd for three and misses it badly. And grabbed on the miss. McCarty goes right side for Kaler. Dribbles in the lane out to McCarty, who pump fakes, dribbles in. A tough floater goes in traffic. Trying to draw the charge was Grant, didn't get the call. Cuts it to 9. Smythe, hesitation dribble, pulls up from 30 and left it short. It was online, but about 2 feet short. I don't know what they were awing about. Never had a chance, but it's going to be a 9-point lead after one. 21-12. T leads. Back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. To start the second quarter will be T-ball. And Merrigan will take it out. Going to inbound to Cole McKinney to get things started for T. It is Smith, Johnson, Kaler, McCarty, and Bauer for the Bobcats. Right wing pass for Shawd. He lobs it right baseline for Williamson. Goes top of the key, and Wiebinga is going to dribble. It will get a whistle. Going to be a foul against Bauer. Be the second on Jace. Bobcats need to keep an eye on the foul situation here. They've got 2 on Tetzloff. He's already on the bench. Alex Wainman's going to check in, I'm guessing, for Jace Bauer. Left corner 3 is up and good for Gavin Shawd. And it's a 12-point lead, 24-12. T. McCarty goes left side for Bauer. Now to Kaler. Kaler dribbles, picks it up, goes across the timeline for Bauer. Bauer down in the corner, he goes for Johnson. Johnson in the backcourt, he goes for Kaler. Kaler back to Johnson. Johnson lobs it in for Bauer. We're going to get a whistle on the entry pass. Going to be a push in the back by Caden Williamson. That'll be his second. The first of the quarter for T. Alex Wainman checks in, and he does check Jace Bauer. Mitch Grant will check in for T as well, and sitting down is Williamson after picking up his second foul. Kaler will inbound underneath his own basket, left side. Want to say thanks to Bauer Services, sponsor of high school sports here. Get in the corner for McCarty. McCarty dribbles in the lane, and he's going to put up a tough fall away. Good defense by Merrigan. Rebound comes down for Shawd. Shawd on the other end. Goes right wing for McKinney. Down in the corner, now for Grant. Grant dribbles, gets by Johnson. Left the layup short. He's going to be fouled, though. And it's going to go against the Bobcats. It'll be on Kaler. That'll be his first. Second of the quarter for Brookings. That one on the shot, though. So to the line goes Mitch Grant. first free throw of the year, and he misses it off the front of the rim. No good. Averages just under 2 points per game. And he misses them both. Wainman he lost it out of bounds, but they're going to say it was last touched by number 11, Griffin Wiebiga. He didn't like the call. I couldn't tell. We couldn't tell from our angle what happened. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance, fine sponsor here. Kaler goes to Wainman, back to Kaler. Kaler, pass across the timeline for Smith. He'll dribble, bounces it, back to Kaler, right side to Wainman. Wainman dribbles, picks it up, goes in the corner for McCarty. McCarty dribbles baseline, picks it up, and he's going to go in the backcourt, top of the key Johnson. Right wing now Smith, then do Wainman, right elbow. Left wing to Johnson, going to hoist a three. No good, a rebound comes down for McKinney. He's pressing up now center of the court, goes right side, has his teammate Wiebiga wide open for an easy layup. The Bobcats just didn't get back on D. 14-point lead inside 6.5 to go. Across the timeline to Smith. Dribbles, goes down the sideline, picks it up. He goes in the backcourt for Kaler. Kaler dribbles into the front court, picks it up, goes top of the key, McCarty. McCarty dribbles, hesitation, into the front court all the way to the hoop. Scooped up and hit the bottom of the rim, frustrated with himself. Rebound comes down to McKinney. He's up to the other end quickly again. He goes to Wiebiga. Wiebiga takes it up and in over Smith. As T continues to score in transition. 16-point lead. Now Coach McCarty wants another timeout with 5:56 to go. We'll take 30 of it with them. 28-12. T stretching out the lead. Under 6 to go in the first half. Back in 30 seconds. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. We have got 5:56 to go here in the second quarter, and T has taken control of this ball game. 28-12, they lead. They continue to pour on the pressure, come up with turnovers and transition points.
Exactly, and a lot of those transition points that we've seen, just easy layups. It's one thing, if they're shooting the ball well, or they've got open looks, but a lot of these 28 points just coming off, like you said, transition. They get this turnover, and then they're just hustling harder than Brookings. They're getting in open layups, uncontested layups. So that's a thing, effort, hustle. Hopefully Brookings can control here, and now to see Bergen Tetzloff back in. Hopefully he can make a difference offensively.
And he's starting to right there as they broke the press beautifully that time. They get it to him in the lane. He puts it up and in off the board, and he's fouled. And they got that center cutter. That's how you got to beat that zone that's trying to press you against the sidelines. Find somebody cutting up the middle, get them an open lane to the bucket. They do it there. And Tetzloff to the line to try to finish off an old-fashioned three-point play. His first bucket of the night, by the way. First free throw, or the only free throw, is good as it's an and one. That cuts it to 13, 28-15. Left corner three for Norris is up and good. Just stepped into one, got it to go. 31-15. Tetzloff in the backcourt. Goes to Hunemer, now to Kaler. Kaler across the timeline for Wainman. Wainman jab steps, dribbles on the sideline, and his pass is tipped away and stolen now by Shaw. Shaw brings it across the timeline, goes in the corner for Wiebiga, who dribbles, lobs it in the lane now for Merrigan, who pump fakes and spins and puts it up with the left hand as he got Wainman to fly by. The two Titans continuing to pour it on here. 18-point lead, largest of the night here. They get it to Tetzloff. The right wing now to Hunemer in the backcourt for Kaler. Kaler dribbling, handing off for Hunemer. Hunemer dribbles, goes left side for Wainman. Wainman looks inside, dribbles top of the key, picks it up, goes on the wing for Kaler. Kaler dribbling baseline, puts up a tough shot from 16 feet. Not sure why he shot it. I don't know if he thought the shot clock was dwindling down. Quickly they get it up to Norris. Left wing dribbles into traffic, got it blocked by Tetzloff. And McCarty comes up with a loose ball. Up ahead now to Hunemer. It's behind him, out of bounds. As the unforced errors for the Bobcats piling up now. Wainman will sit down, Bauer back in. Sort of the same storyline as the girls' game. It's just that they're losing this one and the girls were winning their game.
And again, when you trail by 18, anytime you can get a stop defensively is huge to try and come back into this lead. But when you get a stop and then turn it over on the very next possession, those are going to hurt you.
Right wing Smythe, dribbling, picks it up. He goes to Merrigan. Merrigan, top of the key, goes to Wiebinga. Wiebinga going to put up a deep three from the left wing, no good. Rebounded by Bauer, He gets it out for McCarty. McCarty across the timeline. Goes right wing for Hunnemer. Going to put up a deep three. Nothing but net for Hunnemer. His second three of the game. He's got 8. And that makes it a 15-point game, 33-18. Bobcats need to dig in on D here. Left corner, Norris goes to Wiebinga. In the corner, out top of the key, Smythe. He goes right baseline now for Shaw. Dribbles out into the wing to Smythe, who dribbles in, kicks it in the corner for Norris, who has to save it in. And he gets it to Merrigan, who's hounded. Now he goes to the backcourt to Smythe. 15 to shoot for T. Left wing, Merrigan goes on the baseline for Wiebinga. Pass across court is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by McCarty. Nice defense by the Bobcats. Starting to take a page out of the T-Titans defensive page here.
Just get pesky.
8 on the shot clock. Inside 3.5 to go here. They get in the lane to Wiebinga. Open. Shot blocked though by McCarty. Good recovery. Bauer comes up with it. Gets it out to McCarty. Now up to Hunnemer, who almost loses it. Back to McCarty. In the lane for Tetzloff, who pump fakes and puts it up and in off the board. That cuts it to 13. Big bucket for the Bobcats. Coming up on 3 to play. Right corner 3 for Williamson. No good. Rebounded by Tetzloff. Got hit in the face and tried to sell it to the ref, and they didn't buy it. But it wasn't even a fake. Just got hit in the face.
He's not one that's going to fake anything. If he gets hit like that, he probably got
Yeah, he's not a head flopper. Nope. No, he's not one of those guys. Hunnemer, top of the key. Pass left wing. Dangerous pass right at Smythe. He tips it out of bounds. Stays with Brookings. 18 on the shot clock. Norris sits down. Back in is McKinney for T. Want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson, sponsor of high school sports here. Hunnemer gets it in the backcourt for Kaler. Kaler, hesitation dribble to the right wing. Picks it up, goes left side of the backcourt for Bauer. Bauer bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles, pump fake, step through move, gets it to go, and he's fouled again. And the Bobcats starting to deliberately get it to Tetzloff down low, and he's paying dividends. His second and one possibility coming up here.
And again, he loves to send the double team. That's just where that size and strength comes in. When you're 6'5", and you're strong like Bergen, it doesn't matter. Brought the double teams, able to step through and convert in three-point play.
The Bobcats have cut it down to 10. It's been as high as 18. Coming up on 2.5 to play here. First half, Smythe, right wing pass for Williamson. They go to that zone defense, the Bobcats. Smythe, jab steps, dribbles, pulls up from 10, gets it to go. Nice, confident move by Smythe. He's got 9. Bauer to Kaler, across the timeline to Tetzloff. Tetzloff, left to hash, goes in the corner for McCarty. McCarty dribbles to the wing, leaves for Hunnemer. Hunnemer, a 3 from the left wing. No good, almost came back down through. Rebound comes down for Williamson. Out ahead to Smythe. Smythe dribbles left corner, goes back out to Williamson on the wing. In the backcourt, Wiebinga. He'll swing it right wing now for McKinney. Back to Wiebinga. Wiebinga, left wing. Smythe going to hoist a 3. Air ball, rebound. Is going to be a foul. Number 20, Jackson Merrigan, his first. That's the 4th of the half for T, so he'll be in the bonus after this. Minute 43 to go in the first half. Want to say thanks to Cook's Waste Paper for being a sponsor here. Minute 43 to go. Kaler goes up ahead to Tetzloff, back to Kaler. Kaler goes right side now for Bauer. Bauer picks it up, goes back to Kaler. Kaler dribbles it across the timeline, beating the double team into the front court, picks it up, drops it off for Bauer for an easy bucket. And the Bobcats cut it back to 10 with under a minute and a half to go. I'll say thanks to Brookings School District for being a fine sponsor of Brookings Radio Sports. Right wing, Williamson drops it baseline for Wiebinga. That's Merrigan, who found Smythe wide open on the backside. Nobody found him. Has an easy bucket and a quick timeout by head coach Drew Weber after the bucket for T. And it's a 12-point lead, 37-25, 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. We've got a minute 10 to play, and it'll be Brookings ball, having to face full court pressure, I'm assuming, out of the timeout. So the Bobcats have shored up the turnovers a little bit here and got back in this one. It's been as high as 18. They've had it down to 10 and just stretched back out to 12 after the easy bucket by T.
Yeah, offensively, too much better job that last possession right there. Jonathan Taylor, nice job of getting around the T defenders and then wide open pass to Jace Bauer. All it takes sometimes is that extra pass, especially when teams are in that full court press. If you can make those quick passes and good passes like we saw that last possession, normally you're going to find an open man.
A minute 10 to go. The Bobcats ball facing full court pressure here. And North Dakota State looking to salt this away. 34-25. They just scored. 2:41 to go. Nobody's going to be happy about that, and I mean nobody. Kaler receives the inbound pass, gets it to Tetzloff. Back to Kaler, right side now to Bauer. Bauer holds, dribbles, picks it up, back to Kaler. Kaler will bring it across the timeline, beats the double team again, into the lane, kicks it out right wing. Bauer for three, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Merrigan, and he's going to be fouled as Hunter picks up his second with under a minute to go here in this first half. Not in the bonus yet. Want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service, sponsor of high school sports here. K-Country 102.3 FM. About an 18-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here. Right side in the backcourt, Williamson. Now left side for Smythe, who dribbles, goes on the wing for McKinney. Back to Williamson right side. Down in the corner, Wiebinga. He's going to go to McKinney right wing. McKinney left wing to Smythe. Jab step, dribbles in the lane, all the way through traffic, and may have gotten away with the travel. Didn't get away with it. They called it. Looked like they were going to let it go for a second, and they tag him with the turnover. Back over to Brookings. Bobcats can hold for one. 30 seconds to go here. Kaler goes left side for Tetzloff. Back to Kaler. Right side, Bauer. Back to Kaler. Goes across the timeline for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles, picks it up, and goes in the backcourt for Kaler. 15 on the game clock. Hounded by McKinney out top is Kaler. Kaler dribbles and gives off now. He got the 5-second call. Forgot about the 5-second call. Turnover back to T with 10.7 to go. A 12-point game here. And McKinney will sit down. Back in is Rylan Norris. Smythe with 5 seconds directing traffic. Crosses over against Kaler into the lane. Drops it off and got it to his teammate Merrigan, who loses it and can't get the shot up. Kind of put it off the bottom of the rim underneath. Tetzloff comes up with it, fires it to the other end, off the mark. But a 12-point game at halftime. T with the lead over the Brookings Bobcats, 37-25. We'll just hand Coach the headset there. Coach Mitch McClagan set to join us to talk about the girls' game from earlier. A 34-24 win for the Brookings Bobcats girls. They're now 4-0 on the season to start things off. And one of those games, Coach, where T wanted to come in and ugly it up, and they kind of had the pace they wanted, but you guys just kind of outlasted them.
Yeah, a little disappointing that we let them choose the pace. And there's part, I thought the officials did a phenomenal job, but they allowed the physical play, which I think led into a little bit into their favor. Now, again, the officials were consistent on both sides. They were really good tonight, but they let us play a little bit. And I thought the team was very physical. But I thought our kids, we found a way to win a game that didn't go our way, that we didn't get to control the game. We look back at Huron and we look back at Yankton, we were able to control what we wanted to do. We were able to do whatever we wanted. That was not the case with team tonight.
Yeah, it seemed like anytime that there was a loose ball or a rebound, they said, all right, 4 girls going after the ball, or at least 4. It seemed like every time one of your players got a rebound in the middle of the lane, they were just getting hounded.
Yeah, and there was a lot of contact,
yeah.
And arms are getting hit. We learned early we probably let too many of those rebounds get loose. Too many of those got loose, and I thought later in the game we did a better job securing that and keeping the possession.
Yeah, there's one of those games where, they came in and they wanted to be physical. They certainly weren't going to out-physical you. you guys are a physical team as well. You've got a lot of girls who don't mind getting on the floor, and they'll fight for basketballs. So they were going to out-physical you, but they were going to be physical and just try to annoy you into turning the ball over. And it worked to some degree.
Yeah, and that's what I look at. You know, they were physical. Give them credit. But then you look at our kids. We had 38 rebounds, 14 offensive rebounds. I thought that was a big part of the game. You know, our big thing is our big part of our scouting report and our practice yesterday. We talked about we cannot allow 11 Clayburgh to get open shots, and we held her to 0 for 12 shooting. That's one heck of a player that did not have a very good night, and that's partly because of what we did defensively on him. So hats off to our kids for that.
You go to Sioux Falls or Gorman tomorrow, going to be another tough one. What's it look like, back-to-backs, let alone 3 games this week, a lot of games. How big was tonight's win going into tomorrow? Just having that momentum knowing, hey, girls, we've won 4 in a row. We have what it takes. Now, obviously, going to have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. But nonetheless, kind of going into tomorrow night's game with this momentum behind you and the girls.
Yeah, and it's not just any back-to-back, right? We're going to O'Gorman. We're the #1 team in the state. They're really, really good. And the difficult part of thing when you're doing back-to-backs this early in the year, us as a coaching staff has spent some time looking at O'Gorman stuff, but our players haven't seen anything. We knew tonight was going to be a dogfight, and so we got our kids ready for tonight, and now it's going to be a quick turnaround, get ready for Sioux Falls O'Gorman tomorrow. You know, I hope our kids, this is a good measuring stick game for us. We have a lot of confidence in ourselves. When we look at the first 4 games, we thought we were a more talented team in every game, and we did our job. We found a way to get wins. Tomorrow, we're playing the best of the best, and we're going to see where we're at. They've been off for a good 10, 11, 12 days now. We played kids a lot tonight. I wasn't hoping to do that. But our kids are tough. We'll be back. We'll be ready to go. We'll see what happens.
Had that long break leading up to the holidays. It should still be fresh, right?
That's right. And actually, there's something true to be said about us having 2 games after break now.
Yeah.
Gorman not playing anything off the break.
Rust is a real thing.
Right. And so we'll see how that goes. But happy for our kids. Found a way to win an ugly game. And that's what good teams do. They find ways to win when it's not always pretty. And so proud of our kids.
Coach, congratulations. Appreciate you stopping up.
Thank you guys.
Good win. And we'll keep an eye on tomorrow night for you as well while we're here doing the boys' game. Speaking of the boys, they're playing right now. We'll take a quick break and we'll have Alec Johnson with the stats when we come back in 2 minutes here. And the Bobcats trail at halftime by 12 to the T-Titans, 37-25. Back in 2 minutes. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Logan only had 2 turnovers. And
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Just a little over 3 minutes to go here until we come back from halftime. We're going to try to get some stats here from Alec Johnson. He's talking with head coach Mitch McClagan of the girls team. And sorry to interrupt. Of course. Yeah. He's an Irish fan too, I think. Yeah. He and I were talking about that recently. So he's got one team right anyway. Let's take a look at the first half stats.
Total scores during the first half. Leading the way was Marshall Smith. He had 11 of their 37 points. Some other scores: Griffin Rebecca has 4, Jackson Merrigan has 7, Evan Shaw has 8, Corbin King has 2, and Rylan Norris has 5. The Bobcats lead in 5 total scores in the first half. Jones and Bergen Tetzloff apiece. Cody McCarty has 2, Jonathan Turner has 3, James Bauer has 4. Breslin did a decent job of taking care of the basketball. 8 turnovers. Taking care of the basketball as well. The big ones have 8 turnovers on there. Bergen was 9 of 21 from the field. 3 of 8 from 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He was 15 of 32 from the field. 3 of 12 from the yard. 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Big difference right there. 22 of their 37 points coming in. We saw the first half of the physical aggressive team, but once they had those turnovers, they did a good job of going all the way to the line. It's all about contested. So we were 37 coming in, but we were very happy to get the Tetzloff back because of foul trouble early on. All 8 of his points coming in the second quarter. So he's got to look to stay out of foul trouble because Brookings knows that he's not in the tempo, that smaller route. They don't have a whole lot of size. So again, Brookings going to stay out of foul trouble in the second half. He'll keep him with his post presence, but also on the defense.
They've been a lot more effective with him in there, that's for sure. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with the second half next. Bobcats trailing by 12 to T. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
A girl player of the game.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Start of the second half will be Brookings ball. They'll be going right to left from our vantage point here in the Dallas Cole press box. And a 12-point lead to make up here. Bobcats will start the second half the way they started the game with Hunnemer, Taylor, Tetzloff, Bauer, and McCarty. Taylor will bring it across the timeline here. Pass right wing for Bauer. Bauer faces up. Dribbles now, top of the key, picks it up. A little bump, no call, left wing pass. Taylor puts up a 3, it's blocked by Wiebenga. And loose ball grabbed by Williamson. Williamson presses up on the wing for Wiebenga, guarded by McCarty. Bounces at baseline for Williamson, back to Wiebenga. Let's fly from 3, no good. And the rebound by Merrigan. He's going to be fouled on the putback. He'll go to the line, I believe, or do they call it on the floor? He'll go to the line, yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to the free throw line. He may have thought he was shooting, but he's not. You were right. He called it on the floor. Williamson out, takes it out underneath, right side, goes on the wing for Wiebenga. He gets it back from Williamson, and he's going to knock down a 3 from the corner as Wiebenga has got the lead up to 15, 40 to 25. 7 for Wiebenga on the night. Left wing Tetzloff goes right side of the backcourt. Pass is just a little too tall and a little too forceful for Bauer to come up with. He goes back over to T. Turnovers and spurts is what's hurt the Bobcats here. Had to be 10 or 12 points scored on turnovers and transition points by T in that first half. Top of the key. Smythe goes in the lane for Wiebinga, just left open, and he puts in a floater just over the front of the rim. 42-25, 17-point lead. It's been as high as 18. Taylor, free throw line, or the half-court line for Bauer. He goes left side of the backcourt for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles to the corner, picks it up, bounces, or actually whips it out to Taylor. Taylor dribbles near the bottom of the circle, guarded by Smythe. Dribbles right side, hands it off for Bauer. Bauer dribbles in the backcourt, picks it up. He's going to go in the backcourt for McCarty. McCarty's going to be fouled as Jackson Merrigan. They're playing very aggressive D. You'd probably be happy with the fact they haven't called more fouls on you, but upset with the call. They have played very good defense tonight. Tetzloff, right wing, goes in the backcourt for Taylor. Taylor right side to Hunnemer is going to hoist, and no good. Rebound grabbed by Shaw. Shaw, right side to Smith in the backcourt. He goes to Wiebinga on the right baseline. Wiebinga back in against McCarty. Pulls up, no good strong. McCarty with the rebound, and he'll dribble it up. Now he passes across the timeline for Hunnemer. Hunnemer picks up the dribble. Goes left side in the backcourt for Taylor. Bounces it in for Tetzloff, who gets it tipped away from behind. It's going to be one on Williamson. I think they were getting away with these in the first half, and now they can't believe they're getting them called on them. Foul's a foul, fellas. It's going to be the third on Williamson. 5:48 to go. Get in the corner for McCarty, top of the key. Hunnemer is going to hoist another three, no good short. Rebound grabbed by Shaw. Up ahead to Wiebinga. The wing gets off to Shaw. Shaw dribbles, picks it up now, goes left side to Merrigan. Down in the corner, Smythe gonna let fly. No good, weak side board grab by Wiebinga. Dribbles, goes on the top of the key. Smythe gonna shoot again. That one he gets to go. He's got 14 to lead all players in the game. It's 45-25, largest lead of the night for T. Crossing the timeline is Kaler. Dribbles to the left wing. Backs it off, goes right side for Bauer. Bauer in the lane, all the way to the hoop, takes it strong, gets it to go, rattles home. Nice strong move to the hoop by Jace Bauer, aggressive, and he gets a bucket. He has got 6. Back to an 18-point lead. A whistle out on the wing, on the floor. It's going to go on Kaler. Second for Kaler, second for the Bobcats here in the third quarter. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Get into Wiebinga in the backcourt now. Merrigan goes top of the key for Smythe. Left baseline now for Williamson, who pump fakes a floater. Strong, no good. Tetzloff with the rebound. Now Hunnemer brings it up. Hunnemer crosses at center court. Picks it up, goes in the corner. McCarty dribbles baseline, picks it up now. And dead ball. Got it to Tetzloff above the left block. Tetzloff kicks it out to Bauer. Left wing three, no good. Rebound is fought for. And we're going to get a whistle. Jump ball call. It's going to go to T. Coach Weber can't believe it. Tetzloff got his hand stuck on the ball, and then it was grabbed down by Williamson, and he was kind of over the back just because his hand was stuck underneath the ball. Yeah, he was putting his other hand up. Yeah. Yeah, could have been called, there's no doubt. And all the way to the hoop, too strong. On the shot is Smythe. The putback no good for Wiebinga. Williamson, another board. He's hounded, and he's going to get a foul on the floor. And that's going to go on Kaler. That'll be Kaler's third, 2 quick ones. And it's the third of the quarter for Brookings. Mitch Grant checking in, along with Rylan Norris. Sitting down is going to be Caden Williamson and Gavin Shaw for the Titans. McCarty leaves the 5 starters out there. He gets it in the corner they get for Smythe, who drives in. Nice, beautiful wraparound pass to Merrigan, who's open for an easy bucket. He's got 9. Back to a 20-point lead. Kaler passes left side, and he threw it behind Hunnemer, who was running away, running toward the front court. And it's a turnover back to T. Johnson in for Brookings. Sitting down is going to be Kaler. Inside 4 to play, third quarter. Want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall for being a fine sponsor of high school sports. Weebiga dribbles into the lane, kicks it in the corner for Smythe, who's going to drive baseline. He's fouled on the drive. It's going to go on Bauer. That'll be his third. The fourth for Brookings here already. 3:46 to go in the quarter. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction being a sponsor here. Norris gets it in the corner for Weebinga. Lobs it in now for Merrigan. Dribbles it up against Hunnemer. Shot is no good. Short. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Bobcats. Both Hunnemer and Bauer were there. Gavin Smith checks in. Bauer sits down with those 3 fouls. 3:39 to go in the third. Want to say thanks to Brookings Health System being a sponsor. Left corner Wimiga. Thought about the 3. Dribbles out on the wing now. Crosses over against Tetzloff. Gets the ball tipped away by Smith. Now keeps the dribble, backing Tetzloff off. Up into the lane. Now he gets it into the corner. A 3 is up and good for the lefty Merrigan. Largest lead of the night, 23. 50 to 27. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Across the timeline to Tetzloff, who hands off for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles to the corner. Picks it up. Wraparound pass to Tetzloff. Tetzloff through the lane. Takes it up. And he's going to get the charge call. As taking the contact was number 10, Mitch Grant. Grant, right shoulder hurting a little bit. Going to walk it off. Weebiga will sit down. As coming back in is Cole McKinney. That's the third foul on Tetzloff, by the way. Coach McCarty opts to leave him out there. I think he has to. They've been way more effective with him out there. And now that I say that, he's going to put in Alex Wainman, I think, for Tetzloff. Next dead ball. Merrigan hands off for Smythe. Smythe picks it up in the front court, pass right wing to McKinney, through the lane, takes it up, gets it blocked hard by Tetzloff, didn't have a chance. Now Drew Johnson gets the ball tipped away. He's going to be fouled as he was dribbling it up court. Foul is going to go on Cole McKinney. That'll be his second. The third of the quarter for T. And they lead 20 to 7. They lead 50 to 27 rather. I'll say thanks to Kubota Farmers Implement. In the backcourt, Hunnemer. Dribbling, guarded by Smythe. Picks it up, goes in the corner, and it's tipped away by McKinney, intended for McCarty. 2:39 to go, third quarter. And in the backcourt for Smith. Smith dribbles right side, gives off for Johnson. Left side, McCarty dribbles in the lane. Hangs in the air, goes in the corner for Smith, who's going to step back 3 from the corner, in and out, no good. And the rebound comes down for Isaac Slowey, who gets it up the court, and now McKinney will be fouled in the backcourt. They're in the bonus, so 2 free throws coming up here. Foul's going to go on Jones Hunnemer. That's going to be his third. Kaler will check in after the first free throw. Cole McKinney steps to the stripe. Has not missed a free throw yet. He's shot just 2 on the year. Misses that one. 50 to 27. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets, sponsor of high school sports here. McKinney's second free throw is good. 24-point lead, largest of the night. 2:30 to play, third quarter. McCarty gets it in to Kaler. Kaler goes up ahead to Wainman. Back to Kaler, left side now for Smith. Smith back to Kaler. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Right side now on the wing. Picks up the dribble, goes to Smith. Smith dribbles into the into the lane rather. Kicks it out left wing for Johnson. Gets to Kaler above the left block now. Wainman double teamed. Picks it up and pass out and is tipped away and chased down by Johnson after the tip away by Grant. 5 on the shot clock. Kaler dribbles left wing into the lane, throws up a tough runner, almost got it to go. No good, rebound grabbed by Slowey. Now bringing it across is McKinney. McKinney into the front court, goes in the corner for Grant. Grant dribbles in, he's going to be fouled on the floor, but they'll have 2 free throws coming up. The shot went after the foul. So 2 free throws coming up for Mitch Grant. He has yet to score in the game. Foul one on Wainman. What do they call it on? His first of the game. First free throw is good for Grant, 52-27. Grant goes 1 for 2. Minute 40 to play, third quarter, 52-27. Right wing pass Johnson, he lobs it in for McCarty, who gets it tipped away as he was double teamed. And Smythe got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Wiebinga checking back in along with Williamson. Sitting down going to be Mitch Grant and Isaac Slowey. Merrigan checking in as well, and sitting down is going to be Smythe. McCarty gets in the corner for Kaler. Back to McCarty on the wing. As he was cutting in, it went outside of his reach, just off his hand, taken away to the other end by Williamson. Dribbles into the lane, bounces it off to a wide open Merrigan for an easy bucket. And Merrigan's got 14. Wainman goes in the backcourt for Kaler to Smith. Kaler brings it across the timeline. Splits a double team with a dribble all the way into the lane, takes it up strong, got it blocked, but he's going to be fouled. They're going to get it on Caden Williamson. That'll be his 4th. That one on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up for John Kaler. He's got 3 points, 2 assists, and a rebound in the game. First free throw is no good for Kaler. 67% free throw shooter coming in, averages 8 points per game. Now has 4 as he hits the second one. 54-28 the score. McKinney starts things off, pass right wing for Merrigan. Merrigan goes left side for Williamson, puts up a deep 3. No good, high rebound, grabbed by Wainman. He gives off for McCarty. Inside a minute to play, third quarter. McCarty dribbles left wing. Leaves in the corner for Kaler. Pump fakes. He'll dribble into the front court and be fouled by McKinney on the drive. It's going to be the 3rd on McKinney. That'll send Kaler back to the stripe. 45.6 to go. Kaler's first free throw is good, makes it 54-29. Kaler now with 5. Second free throw can give the Bobcats 30 and cut it to 24, and does. 45.6 to go here. Under a 10-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock. Right corner 3 for Williamson. Rather, that's Shaw who knocks it down. Makes it a 27-point game. About a little less than a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wainman on the wing, dribbles into the baseline, takes it up strong, and got it to roll in. Caught on the front of the rim and hung there for a second, and falls down.
Euro step.
Yeah, first bucket for Wainman on the night. They get it into Merrigan, who goes back door for his teammate Shaw, who's going to be fouled on the reverse layup and go to the line to shoot a couple. Even if it hadn't been on the shot, it would have been 2, as they're in the bonus. It's going to go on Kaler. That'll be his 4th. So to the line is Gavin Shaw. 89% free throw shooter on the year, and he misses that one. Averages 14.3 points per game. Third leading scorer on the team, behind Wiebinga, who's over 21, and Smythe, who's at 16. Hunnemer back in. Kaler sitting down. 10.5 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. And the second free throw is good for Shaw. 58-32. McCarty bringing it up. We're at 5 and counting. He's going to pick up the dribble, bounces it to Hunnemer. Corner, 3, and airballs it just before the buzzer, and throwing it down to the other end was Shaw. It almost went in, wouldn't have counted, almost banked it in. 58-32 the score after 3. Back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball to start the fourth quarter. They're going right to left from our vantage point here in the Dallas Cole press box. Gavin Smith goes right side for Hunnemer, and it goes through the wickets, out of bounds. Threw it right at his feet. He's bothered by Gavin Shaw on the defense as well. So Smythe now will bring it up for T and start things off for the Titans. Pass right wing for Shaw. Shaw goes top of the key for Smythe. Left wing pass now, Wiebinga. He goes to Williamson, back to Wiebinga. Pump fakes, dribbles down the right side of the lane. In traffic, got it to go off the board. Nice strong move to the bucket, he's in double digits. Now is Wiebinga, matching his jersey with 11. Top of the key, Hunnemer goes left wing for Johnson, down in the corner for Smith. He bounces it in for Tetzloff, who's double teamed, almost lost it, takes it in, puts up a tough shot. It's going to be fouled, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Williamson picks up his fifth, fouls out. As Williamson. So we'll see him sit down for the rest of the night. 60-32 is the score. Tetzloff at the free throw stripe. Want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets, sponsor of high school sports here. And Tetzloff's first free throw is good. He's got 9 now in the game to go with 3 rebounds. I think that for the Bobcats, the positives you take away from this is you found out that you can rely on Tetzloff in the post.
Exactly.
Just get him the ball and he can create things and create a lot of fouls. And he hits both free throws, he's got 10.
And like we've seen him do tonight, he does an excellent job of kicking it out. He's not one that once he touches it, he's going to put it up every single time. As soon as that double team's come tonight, he's done a good job of making the extra pass, travel there.
Shaw had lost his footing, just kind of awkwardly landed. Looks like he's all right, and he turns the ball over. Trying to spin unnaturally. Physics said no.
Nope. Just glad he was able to get up.
Yeah, no kidding. That looked awkward. Smith, right wing, gives off for Johnson. Johnson holds now. Looks. He goes in the corner for Bauer. Bauer gets it into Tetzloff on the left block. Double team, kicks it out to Johnson. And the 3 is no good. Just as you were talking about, though, he gave it out on the double team. The rebound is tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Titans. It stays with the Bobcats.
And again, those are good look right there. Good look from Drew Johnson. We've seen some other good shots, again, from those Tetzloff kickouts. Like I said, he knows what kind of player he is. He's not going to force it. Brookings just has to also do a better job of the night he's having, or in games up ahead, to maybe look at back down low. He might get it, kick it out. Don't be afraid to have him post back up, because he does make a big difference when he gets it down in the paint.
Tetzloff double team, kicks it out to Johnson. Another good look. He can't get that one to go from the left wing. This time rebounded by the Titans, Rylan Norris. Bringing it across now is McKinney. McKinney crosses over to the free throw line, spins down the center of the lane, kicks it out on the wing now for Slowey. Slowey goes right wing for Grant. Now to Shaw, who goes cross court to McKinney, who dribbles into traffic and shovels it off to his teammate Slowey, but he's fouled on the drive. And on Smith, first on Gavin Smith. First of the quarter for the Bobcats. 6:12 to go here. They get it in the corner. Pump faking is Grant, who takes it in, pushed off. And they're going to call that offensive, as Norris created the contact and tried to create the foul call, but he didn't want it to be on him.
No, anytime you extend it, kind of like he did. I mean, again, I thought that was an obvious offensive foul. He didn't seem to agree nor did he, but anytime you extend that arm, it's an easy call for the refs.
That was the right call. And if it were a closer game, they would have contested probably harder, but they didn't like the call. Right side, Wainman, jab steps, goes top of the keeper Smith. He'll swing it left corner. And into the game is Andrew Haig for the first time. He goes for Wainman. Wainman dribbles, bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles, double teamed. He is going to be fouled. Again, he creates that because he is going to bring those double teams, and teams have to be kind of aggressive against him. Foul went against Norris, his fourth, third of the quarter for T. They get it into Johnson, left wing. Looking to get it into Wainman on the baseline. Above the left block now. He loses the ball as he tried to dribble, and it's taken away by Norris. Up ahead now to Grant. Grant dribbles in the lane, takes it up strong, puts it up and in off the board over Gavin Smith. 62-34, 28-point lead, largest of the night. Inside 5.5 to play here. I want to say thanks to Bauer Services for being a fine sponsor of high school sports. Right wing Johnson goes in the backcourt for Wainman. Wainman holds, goes right wing for Smith. Down in the corner for Johnson. Johnson goes to Haig. Haig swings left wing for Wainman. Wainman bouncing it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff double team, goes back door to Smith for an easy bucket. And that's your window to points there, working through the post, and Tetzloff, if you're the Bobcats, found an easy basket there. Smith's first bucket of the night, 62-36, into the lane, taking it all the way to the bucket is McKinney as he did the blow-by Haig out top. And now we're going to get a whistle and a timeout by the Bobcats. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. We've got 4:41 to play in the ball game, 64-36 the score. And it will be Brookings ball when the timeout is over. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance, fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. So for the Bobcats, winning this game is unlikely, but you find the positives and you find the things that you can do moving forward to work through to get some points and be more comfortable on offense. And I think that they found if they get the ball in to Tetzloff, he can create because he draws the double team. He can create fouls, create open looks for other players.
Exactly. And again, they're back here tomorrow night against O'Gorman, so it's not like it's going to be any easier of a task. But like you said, you've got 4:41 remaining. What can you continue to do on that positive note? Because you're going to have to replicate it tomorrow to compete with O'Gorman. So yeah, again, Brookings doing a nice job of getting it down low to Bergen. And like we've seen the last 3-4 possessions, he does a great job of drawing fouls, getting to the line, and he also does a really good job of kicking it back out. We've seen some open looks from Drew Johnson. We saw the excellent backdoor cut from Gavin Smith for a layup. So again, he knows what he's doing when he gets it in the paint. Now hopefully they can continue to do it here for the last 4.5 minutes.
Johnson right wing goes top of the key for Haig. Haig dribbles. And now into the front court. Left wing backs off on the wing. Goes in the back court for Johnson. Johnson takes it all the way to the front court. Kicks it in the corner. Kaler pump fakes. Dribbles into the lane. Fall away from 15. No good. Weak side board grabbed by Wade. And he goes out in the corner for Johnson. Fresh clock for the Bobcats. Pass through Haig's hands and chased down by Kaler in the backcourt. Kaler crosses over down the right side of the lane, takes it up strong, no good, and rebounded by Slowey. Out ahead now for McKinney. McKinney crosses, and he's dribbled into the corner. Goes baseline, goes in the lane for Slowey, who takes it up, is going to be fouled. That's going to be on Kaler, I believe, and that's going to be 5 on him. He'll foul out with 6 points, 2 assists, and a rebound. And Kaler will sit down. And we'll see Jones Hummer check back in for the Bobcats with 3:49 to go. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson, sponsor of high school sports here on K-Country 102.3. The Brookings Radio Sports Network. At the line, Isaac Slowey airballs that first free throw. Used to be back in the day you wouldn't get a second free throw if you missed that bad.
Really?
Yeah. They changed that at some point along the way. Second free throw, no good off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded offensively by Dashel Lowry just into the game. Quarterback on the football team, if I remember right. And the loose ball kicked around, now grabbed by Wainman. Up ahead he goes to Johnson, right wing, who pump fakes, dribbles into the lane, takes it up strong. In traffic, no good. And the rebound comes down to T. Lowry bringing it up. Goes left side, number 31, Jacob Lindgren. They swing it around the perimeter. It ends in the hand of Grant. Now he goes to Lindgren, who dribbles into the front court, kicks it in the corner. Slowey, going to hoist a 3, no good. Weak side board grab by Johnson. Gives it off for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles it across. Goes in the backcourt for Johnson, left wing, Haig. Goes to Wainman, back to the basket, 18 or 20 feet away, hands off for Smith. Smith picks it up, goes to Wainman in the backcourt. Wainman dribbles into the lane, trying to back his way down to the basket, and he's going to pivot. Had a pretty good look at it, left it short on the right side, just inside the right block. And the rebound comes down to the Titans. That is Caden Bonenberger. Now, Vernon Bonenberger lets fly from 3, no good. Hunnemer with the rebound. He'll bring it up to the other end, all the way into the lane. Ball fake, takes it up in traffic, and too strong off the board. Rebounded by Lindgren. Now we'll get a whistle.
I think just for subs.
Not sure what, I think that's what they were doing, just getting some subs in. But he looked at Coach McCarty, like McCarty had tried to, I was like, well, T has the ball. I don't think he can call a timeout in that instance. Not sure what was going on there. Like he was maybe looking in for just an okay. We can just let these guys come in. In the backcourt it is Lane Sieber. Now he goes top of the key for number 31. That's Lindgren. And they get the shot, no good from the right baseline. Lindgren put back, no good. On the rebound on the putback the second time is number 34, Lane Sieber. 66-36, largest lead of the night, 2 minutes to play. Right wing Johnson. He goes to Hunemer in the corner. Top of the key for Smith. Left elbow for Wainman. Backdoor pass to Haig. Haig underneath the bucket. Kicks it out to Johnson. Left corner three, no good. Rebounded by Hunemer in the lane. And the putback is good as he split two defenders with a step through. Got it to go off the board. Left corner now. It is Lowry. Goes in the lane to number 43, Severin. Now Lindgren drives in, kicks it in the corner for Sieber. Sieber dribbles out on the wing, left open. Three is no good off the back of the rim. Rebound last touched by Trey Severin. And it will go over to Brookings. Running clock here, 1:15 and counting. I want to say thanks to Cook's Waste Paper, fine sponsor of high school sports here. Haig will bring it up for Brookings. Coming up on a minute to play. Haig backs off. Pass in the corner, he goes for Johnson, who pump fakes, dribbles, goes out to Haig, pump fakes, dribbles into the lane, pulls up from 15, and almost got it to go. Rolled around, comes off for Severin, who gives off now for Bonenberger. Right wing pass, he goes to number 25, Slowey. Slowey dribbles in, puts it up and in and off the board. Just going to zigzag his way to the basket, and it's a 30-point lead, 68-38. 35 seconds to play. Right wing Haig goes down in the corner for Johnson. Out to Wainman, going to hoist from three. No good, short. Rebound grab by Lindgren. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a fine sponsor of high school sports here. We're at 20 seconds to go. I want to say thanks to Hometown Tire and Service for being a fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. 68-38 going to be the final. Bobcats going to fall to 0-4 to start the season. T going to improve to a game above 500. They are 3-2 with the win. 68-38. The final score. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll have your post-game stats. We'll give thoughts on the game, and we'll pick player of the game as well. We're going to name our player of the game for the girls' game, which we were in such a hurry between games that we were kind of pressed for time. We didn't get a chance to do that, so we'll name the girls' game player of the game as well as the boys' game players of the game also here. Post-game starts in 3 minutes. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.